Hello and welcome to Ammonite tutorial videos. Today we're gonna be talking about satellite modems, and in this particular case the Hughes BGAN modem, but it's principally how to set up the satellite modem in the software in Media 40 and Media 42 user interface. So let's get down to it. First of all, when you log yourself into the user interface, please go to the LAN section. And in here, the modem will pop up at the ETH0 interface here in this table. It's not yet connected, so as for now you see that it's disconnected, but after you plug in the Ethernet cable from the modem to the logger, it's going to be shown in here as activated, and I will show you that on the next screenshot. So when you do connect it, it shows up right now as activated, and when you click here on the bottom, there is this button called Check Optimal Satellite Settings. If you click on that, it will look at your config and give you suggestions what should be turned on so that the satellite modem has the optimal settings and that it will not cost you a lot of money and spending on the traffic that is unnecessary. So in here we have 4 warnings and we're gonna go through them, but we're gonna start with the one that is the third one, which says please turn off LAN online whenever CEX is on. And this setting is actually on this very same page. It's just underneath this table. You have in here LAN online whenever CEX is on. So basically, whenever the computing processor is going to be on, the Ethernet will be activated and connected. You don't want that. You want that only to happen when you explicitly define online time, which means this checkbox needs to be checked out. And in the bottom, you need to click on the save button. So checked out, clicked on saved, and up in here you have information that your values have been saved and the logger online whenever CEX is on is now turned off. So the next warning message that we had was related to email and online time. So there are 2 warning messages. They are in the schedule. The schedule here is in the communication menu under schedule, exactly first thing underneath the communication header. First of all, email. So right now it's being turned on, but it may be that all these check marks are checked because there is an email attempt of sending it. Please turn it off and only use a monitor. Email uses more traffic, and obviously if you duplicate them, you have double the traffic. So please always only use a monitor with it. That's the suggestion. Or if you have the FTP server or SFTP server or so, then the remote copy instead of a monitor. But please never duplicate these tasks because they eat up a lot of traffic and will cost you a lot of money because the satellite data is expensive. And when it comes to the online times, it was being said that it should have no more than a total of 1 hour and quantity of free time, so which means free times 20 minutes. 20 minutes is the online duration, and I would suggest this to be left alone. The quantity can be 1 or 2 is reasonable. 3 is already pushing the limit. So this basically means how often will you be able to reach the logger via internet for these 20 minutes. Depending on your situation, I would say quantity of 1 or 2 should be enough. And down here, when you have this all configured and email clicked off, when you click on the save button, then again, up here, there's going to be the information that the values are saved. Okay, so that was about schedule. That clicks off 2 of our warnings from that LAN page. The next place we need to be headed is in the communication menu here in online section. There is the prevent implicit Ammonite Connect activation checkbox in here, only recommended for satellite communication, and basically this needs to be turned on. This means that the Ammonite Connect activation will only happen within your online times and will not attempt to do it when the internet theoretically is being connected. This is very important, and basically it should be clicked on for the satellite modem. It shouldn't be clicked on for any other modem, and that is why when you click on that checkbox, there's going to be this warning shown, but please ignore it. This is the warning for customers using the regular modems for in the situation, regular modems or Ethernet connection. But in the situation of the BGAN satellite modem, this is definitely the setting you need. So please click on the OK and then on the save button down here. And when you click this, there's going to be this value saved green box shown in here. And that means that all 4 of the warnings have been already processed by us and they're being saved to the configuration. So if you come back to that page and again click on the check optimal satellite settings, there should be just one warning, and it's always in here. Please configure no more than 3 online times. And this basically is being shown always, even if you configured it that way, because it doesn't really analyze the scheduler that much. But basically, if you already set everything up as we said, and only this warning pops up, that means you're good, your configuration is correct. This is how the modem should be set up in the user interface and in our settings. And after that, it's always reasonable and good probably to reboot the device. This was already also one of the warnings said that, you know, all this kind of like settings that you do to the connectivity and so on, they are being applied after the reboot. So when you have this all done, please reboot the device and then you're good to go with your satellite modem. Thank you very much.